Welcome, friends, to a story about the glory of taking small steps. Big changes don't just happen overnight. They are built carefully, step by step, choice by choice, habit by habit. Imagine a lively town buzzing with constant motion. Vendors shout in the market, children run through narrow lanes, and workers rush to catch buses. In this town lived an 18-year-old boy. He was, in every way, ordinary. He wasn't the brightest in his class, nor the fastest on the field. He was the kind of person people didn't really notice. His life was simple, a small apartment with peeling paint, shared with his parents and younger sister, a part-time job at a local shop to help support his family, and endless days of trying, failing, and trying all over again. But no matter how hard he worked, he always felt invisible. It seemed like everyone else was moving ahead while he struggled to take even a single step forward. At school, his classmates would celebrate medals and trophies. On social media, his friends posted about new clothes, amazing vacations, or their latest achievements. Meanwhile, he was at home, counting coins at the end of each week, just to make sure his family could pay the bills. The weight of comparison was crushing him. Why am I always so far behind? He'd wonder. What's the point of even trying when I never seem to win? The thought of giving up haunted him every single day. One evening, he sat with his father, who was patiently repairing an old, broken chair. His father held a piece of sandpaper and rubbed it gently across the rough wood. Stroke after stroke, the wood began to smooth out. The dull, worn surface slowly started to turn brighter. The boy sighed. Why even bother? That's going to take forever. His father looked up and smiled. It takes time, he said softly. One stroke might not seem like much, but 1,000 strokes? That changes everything. Those words hit the boy harder than any lecture he'd ever heard at school. For the very first time, he saw a hidden truth. Success isn't about sudden, dramatic leaps. It's about steady, consistent steps. That night he couldn't sleep. The image of his father sanding that chair was stuck in his mind. Maybe he didn't need to run as fast as everyone else. Maybe, just maybe, he only needed to keep moving one step at a time. The very next morning, he decided to test this new idea. He woke up an hour earlier than usual. He didn't do anything dramatic with that extra time. He simply picked up a dusty book from his shelf and read 2 pages. Just 2. It felt insignificant, almost laughable. But when he finished, a tiny spark lit up inside him. The next day he did it again, 2 more pages, and the next day and the day after that. A month later, this boy who had always struggled with reading had finished his very first book. It wasn't just about the knowledge he'd gained. It was the proof. It was proof that small steps, when repeated, add up to big results. Of course, life didn't suddenly become easy. His friends laughed at him. What's the point of reading 2 pages a day? They mocked. What difference can 10 push-ups make? They teased. You're just wasting your time. Some mornings exhaustion won, and he stayed in bed. Other days doubt would whisper in his ear, "This is useless. You're never going to catch up." But then he would remember his father's chair. One stroke may seem small, but 1,000 strokes change everything. So, he pressed on. Months turned into seasons. He didn't notice the change at first, but slowly others did. His 2 pages of reading grew into 5, then 10. His mind expanded with new ideas. He began to speak with more confidence in class, surprising even his teachers. His morning stretches turned into a light jog. That jog became a run. His body grew leaner and stronger. His habit of saving a few coins each day grew into a small fund. With it, he bought some tools and started repairing watches for his neighbors. What once seemed impossible, reading books, building strength, starting a small business, was now happening. Not through some sudden stroke of luck, but through quiet, relentless consistency. Years passed. By his mid-20s, the boy was no longer the invisible struggler everyone overlooked. He had built a small, trusted repair business. He had read dozens of books, filling his mind with wisdom. His body carried the quiet strength of discipline. One day he was invited to speak at a local school. Nervous but determined, he stood before rows of children. The same boy who once doubted his own worth was now being asked to inspire others. He told them the simple truth. Success is not about giant leaps, he said. It's about small, daily steps. Every day, you are given 24 hours. What you do with just one of them can change your entire life. Read one page, save one coin, take one walk. Begin small, but whatever you do, don't stop. Because small steps, when repeated over and over, create big, amazing results. The children listened with wide eyes. Their teachers nodded in agreement, and in that moment he realized his journey wasn't just for him, it was a lesson for everyone. By his 30s, his tiny watch repair side hustle had grown into a workshop that employed apprentices. His reading habit had turned into a personal library. His fitness routine gave him the energy to handle challenges that would break others. He was respected not for any sudden brilliance, but for his steady reliability. People trusted him because they had seen his journey, slow, consistent, and unshakable. When people asked him for his secret, he would always smile and say, "There is no secret. I just took small steps every single day and refused to quit." Looking back, he realized something powerful. One page a day makes you a reader. One coin saved a day makes you wealthy. One act of kindness a day makes you loved. One step a day takes you miles ahead of where you started. Success wasn't hidden in luck or shortcuts. It was hidden in our daily habits. When he walked through the town now, people greeted him with respect. But deep inside, he always remembered the boy who once compared himself to others, the boy who desperately wanted to give up. He remembered sitting with his father, watching him sand that chair, stroke by patient stroke. And he knew that moment had planted the seed for everything that followed. One stroke means little. 1,000 strokes change everything. In his later years, he dedicated himself to teaching others, students, apprentices, even strangers in the park. He told them the same thing he had learned all those years ago. Don't chase shortcuts. Don't despair if your progress seems small. Small steps are not small. They are seeds. With patience and consistency, they grow into forests of success. And so, his story spread. Parents told it to their children. Teachers shared it with their students. The boy who once thought he was destined to fail had become a living testament to the incredible power of persistence. This story teaches us that greatness isn't found in never falling or in achieving overnight miracles. Greatness is found in rising every single day and taking one more step forward, no matter how small it may seem. Every small action you take matters more than you think. Success is not about speed, it's about consistency. Just keep walking, and one day you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. If this story inspired you, please show some love by liking and sharing. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more life-changing stories. Thank you so much for watching.